Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are back with another topical video, and this one is going to be a fun one, a new recurring video series for us where we talk about recent bottles that we've bought, our latest pickups. We're also going to mention whether we love them or regret them or fall somewhere in the middle. So today we've got 9 bottles for you.
It's a lot.
3 in the lane of bourbon, 4 in the international whiskey realm, and then we've got a few curveballs in here as well.
Nice.
But before we talk about the bottles today, we got to talk about today's video sponsor, Into the AM.
Yes.
The maker of these wonderful shirts.
Yes.
And here's the thing about clothing. I'm super particular about it.
You are.
As is Erin.
As am I.
And we are sticklers for quality. So when Into the AM contacted us, we had to get product in hand to make sure it was something that we wanted to put our name behind.
Yes.
And guess what? Really freaking good quality.
Josh is very picky about the texture of his t-shirts. These are great t-shirts.
Oh, yeah. It's a cotton poly blend, so you get the softness. It's got a great fit. It doesn't shrink in the wash. These fit perfect. They fit exactly how you would expect them to fit. And in addition to that, if you're a graphic tee person, they got some pretty awesome designs as well.
That's a really cool one. I like to wear black, so I obviously I had to pick a black t-shirt, but I like the pops of color on this one. And I also, which you can't see, but I also got the joggers. And those are awesome. They're very soft, and they have pockets.
Yeah.
I love some joggers with pockets.
I'm wearing the shorts right now. They're awesome. It literally feels like I'm just wearing underwear on top of my underwear that has pockets. Like they're that soft and stretchy and awesome. So
not gonna lie, your legs look good in them shorts.
Yeah. So anyways, Into the AM makes some awesome stuff. You can get 10% off if you use our code, our link down below. Check that out.
Yes.
And if you want to bundle a few shirts together, like their basics or even you know some of their button downs, they have all kinds of stuff over there.
Yeah.
You can put our 10% discount on top of the bundle discount and get even more money off, like 40% off that way.
It's like a BOGO.
So check out Into the AM. Fantastic stuff.
Yep.
Can't be happy enough to have them on board with the channel. If you want to support the people who are supporting us, you can do that down there at that link below and get yourself some awesome clothes in the process. And speaking of getting awesome things, let's go ahead and get the list started.
Let's do it.
So first up is going to be a pair of bottles.
Ooh, a pair of bottles,
And we're going to tell you what we paid for them, how we got them, what we think about them. This idea kind of came about because we do our buy or rebuy when we finish bottles, and we do a lot of blind tastings, but we don't often let you guys know what we think about bottles early on in the bottle life.
Or show what we get early on before we even open something.
Right. So this is a format that's going to let us do that. So these right here, they have these little tags on them. These are both single barrels.
Oh, that's what that means?
Yep. And I recently took a tour down at Jack Daniel's, which was awesome. We were down there with some friends, and you had to work, unfortunately.
Someone's got to pay the bills.
but these right here, picked them up in the White Rabbit gift shop down there. The single barrel was $58 or $59, and that's including tax. They just have it inclusive down there. The barrel proof was $72 or $73 out the door. And for us, these are solid buys.
Yeah.
We're not going to say we love them. Yeah, we don't regret them. We're not going to say we love them because the value, especially on this regular single barrel, the value's not very high. You're paying nearly $60 for a 94 proof Jack Daniel's single barrel that's in a fancy bottle, but therein lies some of its charm. I mean, people go out of their way and pay way more money than that for Blanton's. It's a similar bourbon, not in flavor profile, but in proof point and overall experience to this right here. And this is in such a beautiful bottle that it would absolutely make for a good gift.
It would.
If you wanted to gift somebody something and you couldn't get your hands on something like a Blanton's, or you know they like the Jack Daniel's profile better. I personally have had more good barrels and bottles of this than I have of Blanton's.
That's fair.
Not to say if I get a good bottle of Blanton's out of a good single barrel, I do like it more than this, but I can actually find this.
Yes.
So there's something to be said for that.
So these are, we don't love them, but we don't regret them. They're in the middle.
Right. We're happy with them. We're happy with what we paid for them. Very happy with finding this anytime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $65.99 on our shelves here at most any store when it's available. It kind of comes and goes in waves. But at the distillery, I mean, by the time you add in our sales tax and everything, we're right at that $72, $73 price point. This one is 128.7 proof. It is fantastic whiskey, 6-ish years minimum, 5.5, 6 years minimum is what they said on the tour for these. But then they can go up from there, and they're picking single barrels based on what they think fits the profile for their single barrel program. But this isn't a pick or anything like that. Neither is this. They're just at the distillery, but we could find these on the shelves as well. Super happy with Jack Daniel's offerings. Matter of fact, anything in these bottles from Jack Daniel's is pretty dang good, and we're usually pretty happy with it. All right, let's get into one that we kind of do regret a little bit. So right here,
yes.
And I know that this is going to ruffle feathers. We did a Classics Revisited with this bottle right here, and I know this is a recent pickup, but we've made cocktails with it. We've put it into a few head-to-heads.
We've tried to like it. That's what he's saying.
Tried to like it, yeah. And here's the thing. We would make cocktails with this and then just end up not even liking them and reverting to other pours that we know we like better in cocktails. Nothing against Knob Creek. It is a 9-year age statement for $35. Fantastic product on paper. The flavor profile is just not for us.
Right.
And this is a good thing to note that while we do regret spending $35 on this bottle and will not be buying another one, there are people out there who absolutely love this. And that might be you, and that's totally okay. But the specs on paper, 100 proof, 9 years old.
Sounds like a win all the way.
Right. But for us, it's not. And that's okay. So this is a perfect testament. While we do regret this bottle, it serves as more of a trust your own palate experiment here.
Yes. Don't always believe what other people tell you you're going to like until you know you like it.
Right. All right. Let's mosey on over to Scotland and get into some peated whiskey.
I like it.
And for us, we got a bottle of Lagavulin 16. And this is part of a larger haul of things that we purchased when we were in Chicago for my birthday trip. But Lagavulin 16, you're looking at the big age statement. It is 86 proof or 43% ABV. $95 is what we paid for this one. And in our market, we got this in Chicago for $95. In our market, it's more like $105.
Okay, so $10.
Right. And that's where this kind of pays in. We definitely don't regret buying it. But it's hard to say we love it, too.
Right.
When there's other peated scotches that we like more for less.
Yes, correct.
We can always buy Ardbeg Oakdale. Any of the Offerman editions, and like right now the Charred Oak cask is kind of floating around out there. Even though they're lower age statements, we still like that extra stuff going on in those a little bit more than this right here. However, this is still very good, and we do like it. It's just the low ABV, the high price tag.
Right.
I know it's because of the age statement, and I get all that, and I know it's very classic, and I love the whiskey in the bottle, but from the standpoint of a purchase, we can't fully say we love it because we don't feel like the value is there compared to some of the other scotches that are available on the market. And that's actually a good point because, you know, when we say we're a real world channel for the real world whiskey consumer, what we talk about is most people care about value. Yeah. That's what we're really talking about is the value, not just the price, but the value that you're getting.
For the price.
For the price. So next up, just had to make that point, but next up is going to be the Bunnahabhain 12-year cask strength. This is the 2022 release, and this is 56.6 ABV. This stuff right here was $90 before tax, and we got this thanks to Jeff Stichler, friend of the channel. Without him, we would not have gotten this because we don't see this out there. But I don't know where Jeff got it, but it was $90 for that price. I'm borderline loving it, and you definitely don't regret it.
I don't regret it. It's just okay for the price. There's other stuff that I like a little bit more for that price point.
Yeah, aforementioned Ardbeg Oakdale for less money. But for me, this right here is really good. It's odd that this one to me reminds me a little bit of like Redbreast cask strength or Blue Spot. Like it's coming through with bigger proof.
A little Irish.
It has some Irish vibes to it, like that shortbread cookie note that people talk about with Irish. But yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic product. The regular 12-year is like 65-ish bucks or 70-ish bucks in our market. And it's fantastic. We had it on a Wild Card Wednesday video a while back. And by the way, some of these bottles, like we'll link below to the Knob Creek First Impressions video, the Classics Revisited we did. And we'll link to any of these other ones that we have, which we got a couple coming up. And the Bunnahabhain 12-year non-cask strength. We'll link to those videos down in the video description below so that you can see what we thought about it blind versus how we're thinking about it now that we actually have bought a bottle. I mean, we liked it enough to buy them.
Right. And now we know what we're drinking when we're drinking it, so we can kind of put the name with the face, so to speak.
Right. Let's keep it moving and go to one that we did have on a wild card video,
Y'all.
which is Aaron 10-year.
Oh, I remember that one.
Now, this stuff right here, we borderline love it.
Yeah.
There's definitely no regret here.
No regret.
We paid
No regrets.
$60 at our local
Especially
store. Or sorry, I paid $65
Okay.
at my local mom and pop shop for this one.
Okay.
And I think that's marked up a few dollars more than like a big box chain store would. However, supporting a local mom and pop shop, so happy to help them out. But yeah, $65. Not mad at that price for this product.
No.
Really like the whiskey inside. It's light, it's delicate, but it's not weak.
It's flavorful.
Yes. Most things that are light and delicate are kind of watery and flat.
And this is not that.
This is not that. So this is a bottle that I would say we're borderline in love with, but we can't say we love it because of the next bottle, which is...
I mean, we can love multiple things.
We can, but the next bottle is $5 cheaper, and we like it a whole lot more. So it's going to be the one that we absolutely love. Let's get into it. And this is going to be Brooke Lottie's Classic Lottie. Man, oh man.
So good.
Yeah. So this right here is 50% ABV. So we're bringing the ABV up. It's $60. We got this when we were in Chicago, but we could also get it in our local market here for, I think, the same price.
Okay.
But I think it runs about $60 no matter where you're at. Unpeated Isla Scotch. This thing right here is crazy good for $60. I mean,
tasty.
there's no age statement that I know of, and I can't say I've ever seen like the speculation of what the age of the whiskey is in these, but this was on a Wild Card Wednesday video. We'll put that link below. Little channel inside baseball for you. When we were filming this block of Wild Card videos, we batch film. So we shoot a few videos in a row. Right before we filmed this one, we filmed Redbreast 27-year. I was thinking in my head, like, Lord help the next bottle.
And these are all blind, so we didn't know that what we were tasting after the Redbreast.
Right. And this was the next thing. And I'm not saying it's as good as Redbreast 27 because that would be crazy. But I'm telling you, it didn't lack for anything.
Right. We weren't like, wah, just coming off of the Redbreast.
Right.
Yeah.
It more than held up.
It held its own.
Coming off of a mega pour, the $680 bottle, a $60 bottle held its own. So that's saying something. This stuff is creamy. It's got a beautiful mouthfeel to it. If you like lighter, kind of a little bit sweeter and more delicate whiskey, the Aaron 10-year might be for you. But if you like a bigger flavor profile and a better mouthfeel and everything, then this right here, this is the love.
Or one of each. You can have lighter and darker.
Yeah. This is our love on the list today, though. Like, we absolutely...
We both love this, both of us.
The value's through the roof. You could just really buy this one scotch, and it could be your scotch forever.
Yeah, I think what you're getting for the price you're paying is amazing.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our last two, and here's our curveballs. We're going down rum lane.
Yeah.
So we've got Nobiliary, which was on a wild card video, and we both absolutely were head over heels for it in that video, and we've got that link below. Then we went to Chicago, and we found Touchstone.
You found Touchstone.
Well, it was at Benny's.
Right.
It's just there.
Right.
So this is on market right now. Nobiliary is a couple of years old, and it was, and thanks in huge part to viewers of the channel that helped us track down two of these. So fast forward to Chicago, we find Touchstone, we buy it. Then Bill Kavanaugh and I put together a 4-square rum flight that included both of these and a few other pours like Isonomy, I believe it was, and a couple other things. We did the flight. Touchstone came in first place for both of us. I think.
I was not involved in this flight. I still like Nobiliary.
Yeah. Well, this came in first for me. I think it came in first or second for Bill. Nobiliary came in last for both of us. However, both bottles have had a chance to open up now. Last night, doing some homework for the video, we tried both of these side by side. You are 100% a Nobiliary fan.
100%.
For both of these, by the way, are $150 bottles.
Yeah, and that's a lot of money.
You're just okay on Touchstone, or you would regret.
I would regret paying
$150
$150 for that, but I wouldn't regret paying $150 for this one because this would be my only rum that I would ever have in my house.
I do not regret either one of these, but the value is certainly not through the roof. So it's hard for me to say I love the value, but I do love the whiskey in the bottles. Nobiliary, definitely a little less sweet and
Which is why I like it, I think.
And I think a little bit more balanced. But in that flight, it kind of had something sour going on, but we didn't get that at all last night.
But it wasn't this bottle in the flight, it was Bill's bottle. right?
No, it was this bottle. I took the first 2 ounces out of this bottle.
Okay.
Touchstone, as it's opened up, has gotten way more like molassesy, dark, sugary, sweet. And I could see somebody, if you have a sweet tooth, loving this, but if you don't like things that are super, super sweet, this might be a bit much for you.
Which goes into play why you love it and I don't like it as much.
Right. So that's it for these bottles. The recent pickups that we've had. Do we love them? Do we regret them? Or do we fall somewhere in the middle? Let us know if you like this video idea.
Yeah.
We don't like to do a straight bottle haul video. I mean, it just feels to us at least like there's no opinion going along with that other than just I got this bottle at this price.
We want to provide some context and some content.
Right.
That's helpful for you guys.
Right. So if you do like this, let us know in the comments below and we'll do some more videos like this.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, let us know that as well if you don't find it informative. But I think this is a fun way for us to show things we picked up and what we think about the value, at least initially. Then, we'll put some stuff in some head-to-heads. If you want to see either of those Jack Daniels in some head-to-heads, let us know what you'd like to see them up against in the pool. We can get that taken care of. And while you're down there leaving comments, like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you like this style of content and click the bell to join us for a live stream. We'd love to have you along for a pour.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it for today. Be good to each other. And until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.